Hello everyone. So the time as I record this is 12 minutes to 9 on Tuesday, the 16th of December 2025. Now I will be completely honest. I really wasn't going to report or inform you about this news because it was simply way too depressing for me to cover. This kind of news is absolutely tragic, and I don't really think I could, how you say, do it justice by me reporting on this myself. However, as you will know, within this video, there have been some developments which really forced my hands, and I really do have to talk to you about this. So, this is going to be about the recent mass shooting at Bondi Beach in Australia. What happened was that on the 14th of December 2025, two people, a father and son duo, whose names are I will only mention their names for the purposes of reporting. Let's see, let's have a look. Their names are Sajid Akram, who is 50 years old, and his son Navid Akram, who is 24. Sajid was killed at the scene by a bystander, while Navid, am I correct? While Navid is currently under police custody, who is in critical but stable condition. So these two people killed. So yes, this father-son duo killed 15 people, injured dozens more, and it prompted a national security and gun law backlash in Australia. Authorities say it was an anti-Semitic assault inspired by the Islamic State group and deliberately targeted Jewish Australians gathered for a public celebration. This tragic event happened on a Hanukkah event at Sydney's Bondi Beach. So, let me just give you some of the details. 15 people, including a 10-year-old girl, were killed, and more than 40 were injured, among them at least 2 police officers. Video and eyewitness accounts describe chaos on the beachfront as people ran for cover while police and bystanders tried to intervene. The dead included members of Sydney's Jewish community, foreign nationals, and a Holocaust survivor killed while trying to protect his wife. Victims named in reports include Chabad rabbis, community members, and visitors from Israel, France, and Slovakia. New South Wales Police, the state where this happened, arrived within minutes and engaged the gunman, shooting one dead at the scene and critically wounding and arresting the other. I have mentioned this already. Bomb squad officers later located suspected improvised explosive devices in a vehicle linked to the attackers and safely removed them. The New South Wales Police Commissioner formally classified the incident as a terrorist attack, and national security agencies describe it as Australia's deadliest terror attack and worst mass shooting since Port Arthur back in 1996. Officials state that the event was deliberately chosen as a target because it was a Jewish Hanukkah gathering, and Islamic State symbols and materials were reported among the suspects' effects. In the hours and days after the shooting, it's only been a couple of days, but yes, large vigils and memorials were held in Sydney, with landmarks such as the Sydney Opera House lit with a Hanukkah menorah in honor of the victims. Jewish organizations cancelled or moved many public events across Australia and New Zealand amid warnings of elevated threat levels to Jewish institutions. So, I'll be mentioning some more names. Let's see here. New South Wales Police Commissioner Mal Lanyon, is the lead policing figure publicly briefing on the investigation, while Prime Minister Anthony Albanese has framed the event as an Islamic State-inspired anti-Semitic terrorist attack and Australia's worst mass shooting in decades. And the unarmed bystander who tackled and disarmed one of the gunmen has been widely identified as 43-year-old fruit shop owner Ahmed Al-Ahmed, a father of two who was shot in the arm and hand while intervening. Prominent Jewish community figures speak publicly about the attack and its impact, including the Executive Council of Australian Jewry and various Shabbat rabbis and leaders who have led vigils and memorials. So, this event is absolutely tragic. This should not have happened in Australia in this day and age. It really shouldn't have. But now, you might be asking, what does the Philippines have to do with all this? Well, it turns out that Sajid and Naveed flew from Sydney to Manila on the 1st of November 2025 and declared Davao City in Mindanao as their onward destination. Immigration and media reports say they stayed in the Philippines from roughly the 1st until the 28th of November, returning to Australia only a couple of weeks before the attack. The Philippines Bureau of Immigration confirmed the trip, noting that Sajid entered on an Indian passport as an Indian national, while Naveed used his Australian passport, and that both listed Davao as their final destination. Authorities have not publicly confirmed exactly where they went after Davao or which groups or individuals they may have met. Australian sources, security sources, quoted by the Australian Broadcasting Corporation and other outlets, say the pair traveled to the southern Philippines for, and I quote, military-style training shortly before the attack. Counterterrorism officials are examining suspected links between Naveed Akram and known pro-Islamic State networks, including previous contracts investigated by ASIO in 2019. ASIO being Australia's spy agency. Investigators have highlighted that the Philippines' southern region, particularly parts of Mindanao, has long hosted Islamist militant groups associated with or inspired by the Islamic State. In parallel, police say the Akram's car in Sydney contained improvised explosive devices and homemade Islamic State flags, reinforcing the working assessment that the Bondi shooting was IS-inspired and possibly connected to overseas radicalization or training. The New South Wales Police Commissioner and Australian federal authorities described the Philippine trip as a key line of inquiry, but stressed that the exact purpose and activities there remain under investigation. Philippine security services are cooperating with Australia to map the Akram's movements, identify any local facilitators, and determine whether a wider regional network helped enable the attack. So, once again, Davao City has been implicated and has been reported in international news for all the wrong reasons. Oh my goodness. Oh my god, wow, this news is just bad. This is, first of all, absolutely tragic. And second of all, we as a nation are implicated in this mass shooting that is absolutely horrendous. This cannot happen again, and we need to do better as a nation, not just as an island group here in Mindanao, where I do also currently live. This has to be a nationwide conversation here in the Philippines as well, because we enabled this. No matter how we look at it, we were a part of this, and we need to do something to stop all of this. This is not some Islamic State issue. This is a national issue. We cannot solve this problem until we look at the problem ourselves. That is all for this video. Thank you so much for watching this incredibly depressing video, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.